Have you ever noticed someone who completely shuts down when they're hurting? No arguments, no explanations, just silence. In a world that tells us to speak up, these people go the opposite direction. And psychology says that silence isn't weakness. It's actually one of the most complex emotional responses the human mind can produce. One, they learned silence was safer than speaking. For many of these people, expressing pain as a child led to dismissal, punishment, or being told they were too sensitive. So the brain adapted. It learned that staying quiet was the safest option. Psychologists call this emotional suppression, not a choice, but a conditioned survival response built over years. Two, silence is their way of protecting others. People who go quiet when hurt are often deeply empathetic. They don't want to burden others with their pain. They minimize their own feelings to keep the peace. Psychology links this to a concept called self silencing, where emotional needs are buried to preserve relationships. They'd rather disappear than risk becoming a problem. Three, they don't trust that words will help. This isn't stubbornness. It's a deep rooted belief that expressing pain changes nothing. Research shows people with anxious or avoidant attachment styles often withdraw because past experiences taught them that opening up leads to more hurt, not less. Silence feels like control when vulnerability feels dangerous. Four, their nervous system goes into shutdown mode. When emotional pain becomes too intense, the nervous system can shift into a freeze response. This isn't chosen, it's biological. A psychologist described this as dorsal vagal shutdown, the body's deepest protection mechanism. They're not ignoring you, their system has temporarily gone offline. Five, silence is actually a cry for the right kind of attention, not loud attention, not pressure, just presence. Research shows that people who withdraw when hurting don't want to be chased with questions. They want someone to sit close enough to make silence feel safe. That's what they never had. And that's what they're still waiting for. If you've ever gone silent when you were hurting, psychology doesn't call you closed off. It says you learn to protect yourself the only way you knew how. And that kind of quiet strength deserves to be understood, not fixed. Subscribe and keep decoding the human mind.